Let me tell you something most people never realize. You are walking around with the most powerful weapon ever created. Not in your hands, not in your pocket, but between your ears. Your mind is a weapon, and like any weapon, it can be used to conquer or to destroy. The question is, have you learned to wield it? Most people never master their minds. They let their minds control them. Random thoughts come and go. Emotions rise and fall. Fears dictate decisions. Doubts paralyze action. And they live as prisoners of their own mental chaos. They carry a loaded weapon, but never learn to aim it. But the powerful man is different. He understands that the mind is not just a tool. It is the tool, the only tool that matters. Because with a mastered mind, you can acquire everything: wealth, success, power, peace, freedom. But without a mastered mind, you will lose everything, no matter how much you accumulate. Now let me reveal the truth. Your mind is both your greatest asset and your greatest liability. It can build empires or destroy them. It can create joy or manufacture misery. It can liberate you or imprison you. And the difference between these outcomes is simple: control. Do you control your mind, or does your mind control you? This is not a philosophical question. This is the most practical question you will ever answer, because everything in your life flows from the answer. And mastering this weapon requires understanding 6 fundamental principles. Each principle sharpens your mental blade. Each principle increases your mental precision. And when you master all 6, you become mentally invincible. Nothing can defeat you, because you have weaponized the most powerful force in existence, your own mind. Understand the first principle. Your thoughts are ammunition. Every thought you think is a bullet you fire, and that bullet hits a target. Sometimes it hits the target you want, but most of the time it hits you. Most people never realize they are shooting themselves all day long. Negative thoughts, self-doubting thoughts, fearful thoughts, limiting thoughts. Each one is a bullet, and each bullet wounds you, weakens you, slowly destroys you from within. I can't do this. Bullet. I'm not good enough. Bullet. It's too hard. Bullet. I'll never succeed. Bullet. I don't deserve it. Bullet. Day after day, week after week, year after year, until you are so wounded internally that you can barely function externally. But the man who understands his mind as a weapon controls his ammunition. He does not allow random thoughts to fire randomly. He chooses every thought deliberately. He aims carefully. He fires with purpose. Every thought serves him. I can do this. I am capable. I will find a way. I am worthy. I am growing stronger. These thoughts are bullets aimed at the target of his choosing. And they hit. They destroy obstacles. They eliminate limitations. They conquer challenges. You must do the same. Stop allowing your mind to fire randomly. Take control of your ammunition. Every negative thought is a bullet you're firing at yourself. Stop it. Redirect it. Transform it into a thought that serves you. This requires vigilance, because the mind has been programmed for negativity. Evolution wired us to focus on threats. But in modern life, this wiring sabotages us. You must override it consciously, deliberately, constantly. Catch every negative thought. Stop it mid-fire and replace it with a positive thought. This is not positive thinking nonsense. This is ammunition management. This is weapon control. This is tactical mental warfare. Your mind is a weapon. Your thoughts are ammunition. Choose your ammunition wisely, because you are always shooting. The question is, at what target? Understand the second principle. Focus is your targeting system. You can have unlimited ammunition, but if you cannot aim, you will hit nothing. Focus is how you direct your mental weapon toward the exact target you want to destroy. Most people have no focus. Their minds scatter in 1,000 directions. They think about work while with family. They think about family while at work. They think about yesterday while living today. They think about tomorrow while wasting now. And this scattered focus means scattered results. They aim everywhere and hit nowhere. But the mental warrior has laser focus. He identifies the target. He locks on. He eliminates all distractions. And he fires with precision. This focused mental energy is unstoppable. It destroys any obstacle in its path. What is your target right now? What is the one thing you must conquer today, this week, this month? If you cannot answer immediately, your focus is weak. And weak focus means weak results. The mind can only hold one primary thought at a time, but most people try to hold 10, 20, 50. And the result is mental chaos. Nothing gets the full power of your mental weapon. Everything gets a fraction, and a fraction is never enough to break through. Choose one target. Focus all your mental firepower on that target. Pour every thought toward it. Direct every ounce of mental energy toward destroying that obstacle or achieving that goal. And watch how quickly it falls. Focus is not just concentration. Focus is elimination. You must eliminate 99 targets to give 100% of your mental weapon to one target. This is how you achieve the impossible. Not by trying to do everything, but by focusing everything on one thing. Sharpen your focus today. Identify your primary target. Eliminate distractions. Lock your mental weapon on that target. And do not unlock until the target is destroyed. This is how mental warfare is won. Understand the third principle. Discipline is your trigger control. A weapon is useless if you cannot control when to fire. Fire too early, you miss. Fire too late, you lose. Fire randomly, you waste ammunition, but perfect trigger control means you fire exactly when you should, and you hit every time. Most people have no trigger control. They react. Someone insults them, they fire. Someone challenges them, they fire. Something frustrates them, they fire. They shoot from the hip. They waste their mental energy on meaningless targets. And when the real threat comes, they have nothing left. But the disciplined mind has perfect trigger control. He does not react. He responds. He does not fire impulsively. He waits for the perfect moment. He conserves his mental energy for targets that matter. And when he fires, he destroys. Discipline is the gap between stimulus and response. Stimulus happens, but you don't fire immediately. You pause. You assess. You choose. Then you fire. This gap is where your power lives. Without it, you are a slave to every external trigger. With it, you are the master of your responses. Every time you feel anger rising, that's a trigger. Every time you feel fear emerging, that's a trigger. Every time you feel doubt appearing, that's a trigger. And most people fire immediately. They explode in anger. They freeze in fear. They collapse in doubt. But the man with trigger control does not fire. He feels the trigger. He acknowledges it, but he does not react. He waits. He breathes. He thinks. And then he chooses his response. This is power. This is mastery. This is weaponized discipline. Build your trigger control. When triggered, pause. Count to 10. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, is this worth firing at? Will this shot serve me, or am I wasting ammunition? Then choose. Deliberately, consciously, powerfully. Perfect trigger control means you never waste a shot. Every mental bullet you fire hits something valuable. And over time, This precision makes you mentally invincible. Understand the fourth principle. Belief is your ammunition factory. You can have the best weapon, perfect focus, flawless trigger control. But if you have no ammunition, you cannot fire. And belief is what manufactures ammunition constantly. Most people run out of ammunition because their belief factory is broken. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their goals. They don't believe success is possible. And without belief, the factory shuts down. No ammunition, no shots, no victories. But the man with strong belief has unlimited ammunition. He believes he can, he believes he will, he believes it's possible. And this belief manufactures thought after thought after thought. Positive thoughts, powerful thoughts, conquering thoughts. His ammunition never runs out. Belief is not blind optimism. Belief is conviction despite evidence. The external world may show failure, but your belief says success. The circumstances may show impossibility, but your belief says possible. The critics may say no, but your belief says yes. And this belief creates ammunition, because belief generates thoughts. If I believe I can, my mind produces thoughts about how I can. If I believe it's possible, my mind finds paths to possibility. If I believe I deserve it, my mind creates ways to achieve it. But if you don't believe, your mind produces nothing. I can't. It's impossible. I don't deserve it. No ammunition, no shots, no results. Build your belief system. Feed it daily with affirmations, with visualization, with evidence. Every small win proves your belief correct. Stack these wins. Use them as proof, and watch your belief factory accelerate production. Strong belief means unlimited ammunition. Unlimited ammunition means you can fight any battle, win any war, conquer any goal, because you never run out of mental firepower. Understand the fifth principle. Clarity is your sight. You can aim, you can fire, but if you cannot see the target clearly, you will miss. Clarity is what allows you to identify the real target versus the decoy. Most people have blurry vision. They think they know what they want, but they don't. They think they're aiming at success, but they're actually aiming at approval. They think they're targeting wealth, but they're actually targeting status. And this lack of clarity means they hit the wrong targets. The mental warrior has crystal clarity. He knows exactly what he wants, not what society wants, not what his parents want, not what would impress others, but what he truly wants. And this clarity allows precise targeting. Clarity comes from brutal honesty. You must ask, what do I really want? Not what should I want, not what sounds good, but what do I actually want? Strip away the programming, strip away the expectations, strip away the image, and find your truth. When you have clarity, decision-making becomes easy, because you know the target. Every opportunity is measured against that target. Does this move me closer? Then yes. Does this move me sideways or backward? Then no. Clarity eliminates confusion. Clarity eliminates distraction. Clarity eliminates wasted effort. But clarity requires you to look inward. Most people look outward. They ask, what does the world value? What will people respect? What looks successful? Wrong questions. These questions create blurry vision because you're trying to see someone else's target, not your own. Look inward. Ask, what makes me come alive? What would I pursue even if no one applauded? What would I do if money were no object? What am I willing to suffer for? These questions reveal your real target, and once you see it clearly, you can aim perfectly. Develop clarity today. Write down your real goals, not the ones that sound good, the ones that are true, and use that clarity to aim your mental weapon with precision. Understand the sixth principle. Resilience is your armor. You will be attacked mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Critics will shoot at you. Failure will shoot at you. Doubt will shoot at you. And if you have no armor, these bullets will destroy you. Most people have no mental armor. One criticism and they crumble. One failure and they quit. One setback and they give up because they are mentally naked, unprotected, vulnerable. And the mental battlefield destroys the unarmored. But the resilient man has thick armor. Criticism bounces off. Failure strengthens him. Setbacks fuel him. Because his mental armor is built from past battles, every wound healed becomes a layer of protection. Every failure survived becomes a shield. Every doubt conquered becomes armor. Resilience is not avoiding damage. Resilience is absorbing damage and continuing forward. The armor doesn't prevent bullets from hitting. It prevents bullets from penetrating. You still feel the impact, but it doesn't stop you. How do you build this armor? Through exposure, through struggle, through deliberate difficulty. Every hard thing you do adds a layer. Every challenge you face strengthens the armor. Every time you want to quit but continue, you become harder to hurt. Mental armor is built by doing what scares you, failing and learning, hearing criticism and growing, facing rejection and persisting, enduring pain and extracting wisdom, surviving loss and finding meaning. Each experience either weakens you or strengthens you. If you avoid difficulty, you remain vulnerable. But if you embrace difficulty, you become armored. And armored men cannot be stopped. Build your mental armor. Seek challenges. Face fears. Welcome criticism. Learn from failure. Because every battle you survive makes you harder to defeat in the next battle. Now let me tell you the complete truth. Your mind is the most powerful weapon ever created, but most people never learn to wield it. They live at the mercy of random thoughts. They react to every trigger. They aim at wrong targets. They run out of ammunition. They cannot see clearly. They have no protection. And life destroys them, not because they lack potential, but because they never weaponized their greatest asset. They carried a nuclear weapon, but treated it like a toy. They had unlimited power, but lived in powerlessness. But you can be different. You can master the weapon. You can control your thoughts. You can focus your mental energy. You can discipline your responses. You can build unshakable belief. You can develop crystal clarity. You can forge impenetrable mental armor. And when you do this, you become unstoppable. Not because life gets easier, but because you become stronger. Not because obstacles disappear, but because you develop the mental weapon to destroy every obstacle. This is not metaphor. This is reality. Every successful person has mastered their mind. Every powerful person wields their mental weapon with precision. Every unstoppable person has built mental armor that cannot be penetrated. And now you know the 6 principles, the 6 components of the weapon. Thoughts as ammunition, focus as targeting, discipline as trigger control, belief as the factory, clarity as sight, resilience as armor. Master these 6. Practice daily. Apply relentlessly. And watch yourself transform from mentally weak to mentally invincible. Here are your daily practices. Morning, ammunition check. Review your thoughts. Are they serving you or hurting you? Eliminate negative ammunition. Load positive ammunition. Midday, focus assessment. Are you locked on your primary target or scattered? Redirect all mental energy to one target. Evening, trigger review. How many times did you react today? How many times did you respond? Build trigger control. Weekly belief strengthening. Collect evidence of your capabilities. Stack your wins. Feed your belief factory. Monthly clarity session. Are you aiming at your real target or someone else's? Adjust your aim. Quarterly armor inspection. What challenged you? What hurt you? What did you learn? Convert every wound into armor. These practices weaponize your mind. They transform mental chaos into mental precision. They convert vulnerability into invincibility. Let me tell you a final truth. The battle is not out there. The battle is in here, in your mind. Every external battle is won or lost internally first. Master your mind, and you master your life. Lose control of your mind, and you lose everything. Most people fight external battles while neglecting the internal war. They try to change their circumstances without changing their thoughts. They try to build external success while maintaining internal weakness, and they fail, always. But when you weaponize your mind, external battles become easy because you have already won internally. You control your thoughts. You direct your focus. You discipline your responses. You believe in yourself. You see clearly. You cannot be hurt. This is the secret the world doesn't teach. Success is not about tactics. It's about mental mastery. Wealth is not about strategies. It's about mental discipline. Power is not about position. It's about mental control. Your mind is a weapon, the most powerful weapon you will ever possess. Learn to wield it. Master every component. Practice daily and become mentally invincible. Because when your mind is weaponized, nothing can stop you. No obstacle, no setback, no critic, no failure. Nothing. You become an unstoppable force because you command the most powerful weapon in existence. Now go. Weaponize your mind. Take control of your thoughts. Sharpen your focus. Perfect your trigger control. Build your belief factory. Develop crystal clarity. Forge impenetrable armor. And watch how the world submits to your mental power. Your mind is a weapon. Now learn to use it.